Hold still, I just want to fix your hair. My sister-in-law giggled, and then I smelled it. Burning hair. What the hell are you doing? I spun around to see Marissa holding a lighter, my ponytail singed and smoking. Relax, it was just a joke. She laughed harder while party guests stared in horror. My SIL burned my ponytail with a lighter at her birthday party. Hi, I'm Selena. Today I'm going to tell you my story. But before I continue, please like, share, and subscribe to hear more stories like this. You know those people who hide their cruelty behind just kidding and can't you take a joke? That was my sister-in-law, Marissa. For 5 years, I endured her special brand of torment, always disguised as playful teasing. But setting my hair on fire? That was the match that lit the fuse of her own destruction. I met my husband James in college. Sweet, thoughtful engineering major who tutored me through calculus when I was drowning. We clicked immediately. Same weird sense of humor, same love for obscure documentaries, same dream of opening our own tech consulting firm someday. Fair warning, he'd said on our 5th date. My sister's a bit intense. Intense how? She's used to being the center of attention, only girl, youngest kid. But she means well. That should have been my first red flag. When people say someone means well, they usually mean, they're awful but I'm used to it. I met Marissa at their parents' house 3 months into dating James. She was 23, still living at home despite having a marketing degree and working part-time at her friend's boutique. So you're the girl Jamie won't shut up about? She'd said, looking me up and down like I was livestock at auction. Nice to meet you too, I'd replied, extending my hand. She'd ignored it, turning to James instead. She's prettier than your usual type. What's the catch? Marissa, their mother Helen had scolded gently. Be nice. I'm always nice. Marissa had laughed, that tinkling fake laugh I'd come to dread. I'm just looking out for my big brother. The first year was subtle stuff, backhanded compliments about my appearance. You're so brave to wear that color, accidentally forgetting to tell me about family dinners. Oh, didn't Jamie mention it? I told him to invite you. James always defended her. She's just protective. She'll warm up to you. But Marissa didn't warm up. If anything, she got colder. When James and I got engaged, she threw what can only be described as an adult tantrum. You've only been dating 2 years, she'd wailed to their parents. What if she's after our family money? What money? James had laughed. We're middle class at best, Marissa. She's trying to trap you. With what? Her master's degree and successful career? That shut her up, but only temporarily. The wedding planning was a nightmare. Marissa had opinions about everything. My dress was too flashy, then too plain. The venue was too expensive, then too cheap. The flowers were wrong, the food was wrong, I was wrong. Maybe we should elope, I'd suggested to James one night after Marissa had a meltdown about the bridesmaid dresses. We can't. It would break Mom's heart. So we persevered. The wedding day itself, Marissa showed up late to hair and makeup, complained about her dress the entire time, and gave a speech that was thinly veiled insults disguised as jokes. When Jamie first brought Selena home, I thought, finally someone who makes my brother look good. Pause for laughter. But seriously, Selena's great. She's smart, successful, and somehow thinks my brother is a catch. Either she's perfect or she needs glasses. People laughed uncomfortably. I smiled through it. James squeezed my hand. After we were married, I thought things might improve. We had our own place, our own life. But Marissa found ways to insert herself. She'd drop by unannounced, criticize our decor, rearrange our kitchen, leave passive-aggressive notes about dust on the baseboards. Why does she have a key? I asked James. For emergencies? Her running out of wine at 11 p.m. isn't an emergency. I'll talk to her. He did talk to her. She responded by sobbing to their parents that I was trying to isolate James from his family. Helen called, concerned. We just want everyone to get along, she'd said. Marissa's going through a hard time. Can't you be the bigger person? I was always expected to be the bigger person. When Marissa accidentally spilled red wine on my new white coat, I was supposed to laugh it off. When she told everyone at Christmas that I'd gained weight, I was supposed to take the joke. When she posted unflattering photos of me on social media with captions like, "My SIL living her best life #, no filter #natural," I was supposed to find it funny. The dynamic shifted when I got promoted to senior project manager at my firm. Suddenly, I was making significantly more than James. Not that it mattered to us. We pooled our finances anyway. But it mattered to Marissa. Must be nice, she'd sneer, having a sugar mama. Must be nice, James shot back once, living rent-free at 30. That was one of the few times he defended me directly. Usually he tried to stay neutral, which felt like taking her side by default. My best friend Kara couldn't understand why I put up with it. She's toxic, Selena. Why do you keep going to these family things? Because I love James, and he loves his family. He should love you more. He does. He just doesn't handle conflict well? No, he doesn't handle his sister well. There's a difference. She was right, but I wasn't ready to see it then. I kept trying, kept showing up, kept being the bigger person. I brought thoughtful gifts for Marissa's birthday, complimented her constantly, bit my tongue when she insulted me. Nothing worked. If anything, my kindness seemed to make her crueler. It was like she was testing how far she could push before I snapped. The answer was, pretty far. The birthday party incident wasn't the first time she'd targeted my appearance, but it was the most violent. I'd spent years growing out my hair after a disastrous cut in college. It was finally waist-length, healthy, my one vanity. "Your hair looks amazing," my coworker Janet had said that morning. "What's your secret?" "Patience and deep conditioning," I'd laughed. I'd styled it in a high ponytail for Marissa's 30th birthday party that night. James had begged me to go. "I know she's been difficult lately." "Lately? But it's a big birthday. Mom's throwing her a huge party. We have to go." So we went. The party was at Marissa's favorite upscale restaurant, about 40 guests, all there to worship at the altar of the birthday princess. I was actually having an okay time, talking to James's cousin Derek and his wife Paula when it happened. Marissa had been drinking since we arrived. Champagne, shots, more champagne. Her laugh kept getting louder, her jokes meaner. "Selena!" She'd appeared behind me. "There you are. I've been looking everywhere for you." "Hey, Marissa. Happy birthday." "Aw, thanks. You know what? We should do shots. Sister-in-law shots?" "I'm good with my wine, thanks." "Come on, don't be boring." She'd grabbed my arm. "Oh my God, your ponytail is like so long, it's like a horse's tail." People laughed nervously. I tried to step away, but she held on. "Hold still, I just want to fix your hair." My sister-in-law giggled, and then I smelled it. Burning hair. "What the hell are you doing?" I spun around to see Marissa holding a lighter, my ponytail singed and smoking. "Relax, it was just a joke." She laughed harder while party guests stared in horror. I reached back, feeling the crispy, destroyed ends of what used to be my hair. At least 6 inches were ruined, singed and breaking off in my hands. "You burned my hair," I said, shock making my voice flat. "It'll grow back. God, you're so sensitive. It was just the ends." "You burned my hair." James appeared finally, taking in the scene. Me holding chunks of burnt hair, Marissa swaying with a lighter, guests filming on their phones. "What happened?" he asked. "Your sister set my hair on fire." "It was an accident," Marissa protested. "I was just playing around." "With a lighter? Near my head?" "James, tell her she's overreacting. It's my birthday." For once, James didn't immediately defend her. Maybe it was the smell of burnt hair. Maybe it was the other guests' horrified expressions. Maybe it was the fact that his wife was holding pieces of her own hair in her hands. "Marissa, what the fuck? Don't you dare take her side," Marissa shrieked. "You always choose her over me. You set her hair on fire." "It was a joke." Helen and Robert, their parents, pushed through the crowd. Helen gasped when she saw my hair. Robert's face went red. "Marissa Ann, what did you do?" he demanded. "Nothing. God, everyone's being so dramatic. It's my birthday and you're all ruining it." I walked out, just turned and left, still holding pieces of my hair. James found me in the parking lot crying in our car. "I'm so sorry," he said. "I can't believe she did that." "Really? You can't believe it? After everything else? This is different." "No, it's not. It's just more visible. She's been burning me for years, James. This time it just happened to be literal." We went home in silence. I called my hairdresser's emergency line, scheduled an appointment for the next morning, surveyed the damage in the bathroom mirror. She'd destroyed 8 inches of hair. Years of growth, gone in seconds. "I'll talk to her," James promised. "This time, no." "What?" "I'm done. No more talks. No more being the bigger person. I'm pressing charges." "Charges? Selena, come on." "She assaulted me, James, with fire. That's a crime." "She was drunk. In vino veritas." "What?" "In wine there's truth. She showed her true self tonight, and you're showing yours right now." He slept on the couch that night. I slept fitfully, smelling burnt hair every time I moved. The next morning, while James was at his Saturday golf league, I did 3 things. First, I went to the police station and filed a report for assault. The officer took photos of my damaged hair and took my statement. "Were there witnesses?" she asked. "About 40, and I'm sure someone filmed it." "Good. That'll help." Second, I went to my hairdresser. She nearly cried when she saw the damage. 8 inches minimum, she confirmed. "Maybe more. The heat damage extends pretty far up." "Cut it all. Pixie cut. Start fresh." "Are you sure?" "I've never been more sure of anything." Third, I went to see a divorce lawyer. Just a consultation, I told myself, just to know my options. By the time James came home, I had short hair, a case number, and a business card for Diane Fletcher, attorney at law. "Selena, what did your hair?" "Like it? I figured if Marissa wanted it short, I'd go all the way." "You look beautiful. But listen, Mom called. I don't care. Marissa wants to apologize. I don't care. She's really upset. I don't care. You filed a police report? Selena, that's taking this too far. Your sister committed assault. I'm responding appropriately. It was a drunken mistake. It was assault, with fire, near my head. What if she'd hit my face, my eyes? But she didn't. Get out." "What?" "Go stay with your parents, or Marissa, I don't care. But you're not staying here while you defend someone who attacked me. Selena, please, be reasonable." "I am being reasonable. Your sister is facing the reasonable consequences of her actions, and you're facing the reasonable consequences of 5 years of enabling her." He packed a bag and left. Helen called within an hour. "Selena, dear, this has all gotten out of hand. Can't we handle this as a family?" "Helen, your daughter set my hair on fire. That's not a family matter. That's a criminal matter." "She's very sorry." "Has she called me to say that?" "Well, no, she's too embarrassed." "She's not embarrassed. She's scared. There's a difference." The videos hit social media that night. 3 different angles of Marissa burning my hair while laughing maniacally. They went viral. "Drunk woman sets sister-in-law's hair on fire at birthday party" was trending by morning. My phone exploded. Friends, co-workers, distant relatives who'd found the videos. Kara called immediately. "I saw the video. Are you pressing charges?" "Already did." "Good. Where's James?" "His parents' house." "Even better. Lawyer?" "Meeting her Monday." "That's my girl. You done being the bigger person?" "So done." The court case was swift. With video evidence and 40 witnesses, Marissa's lawyer advised her to take a plea deal. 6 months probation, anger management classes, and a restraining order keeping her 500 feet away from me. "This is ridiculous," she'd screamed outside the courthouse. "It was just a joke. She's ruined my life over nothing." Nothing. Years of harassment culminating in assault with fire was nothing to her. James tried to reconcile for weeks. Flowers, letters, showing up at my office. I held firm. "Selena, please, I know I messed up. I should have stood up for you sooner." "You should have, but you didn't. And when she literally set me on fire, your first instinct was still to minimize it." "I've cut her off. Completely. I haven't spoken to her since that night." "Good for you. That doesn't undo 5 years of letting her torment me." "I love you. I love you too, but I love me more. And I deserve better than a husband who watches his family hurt me and calls it keeping the peace." The divorce was finalized 6 months later. I kept our condo. I'd paid for most of it anyway. James moved back with his parents, which seemed fitting. The real poetic justice came a year later. Marissa, unable to accept responsibility, had spiraled after the court case. She'd been fired from the boutique after the videos went viral. Turns out customers don't want to shop from someone who sets people on fire. She'd started drinking more, posting increasingly unhinged rants on social media about how I'd ruined her life. Then she made a crucial mistake. She violated the restraining order by showing up at my work. "You destroyed my family," she'd shrieked in the lobby. "James won't talk to me because of you." Security removed her. I called the police. She was arrested for violating the restraining order. This time, no plea deal. 30 days in jail. But here's where it gets interesting. While she was in jail, her drinking buddy Sophia started dating Marissa's ex, Kevin. The ex she'd always said was the one who got away. When Marissa got out, she discovered Kevin had proposed to Sophia using the ring he'd once bought for Marissa. "Karma," Kara laughed when she told me. "It's beautiful." The dominoes kept falling. Without James's income or mine at family gatherings, Helen and Robert had to face who their daughter really was. The relatives who'd always made excuses for spirited Marissa saw the videos and reconsidered. The friends who'd enabled her drinking and mean girl behavior distanced themselves. James reached out last month. A simple text. "I heard about your promotion. Congratulations, you deserve it." I almost didn't respond. Then, "Thank you. I hope you're well. I'm in therapy. Should have gone years ago. Good for you." For what it's worth, I see it now. All of it. What she did to you, what I let her do, what I did by not protecting you. I appreciate that. I really did love you. I know. It just wasn't enough. And it wasn't. Love without protection isn't love. It's just a feeling. Love without action isn't love. It's just a word. Love that asks you to shrink yourself to keep others comfortable isn't love. It's control. My pixie cut has grown out into a stylish bob. I've been promoted twice since the divorce. I'm dating a wonderful man named Marcus who has 3 sisters, all lovely, none who would dream of setting anyone on fire. "So she really burned your ponytail?" he'd asked on our 3rd date when I told him the story. "Right at her birthday party." "And your ex defended her?" "Tried to. Old habits." "My sisters would have killed me if I'd let someone hurt my partner like that." "Hell, they'd have put out the fire themselves." "That's because you were raised right." "No, that's because they're not sociopaths." He had a point. I saw Helen at the grocery store last week. She looked older, tired. We made awkward small talk by the produce. "Marissa's doing better," she offered. "The therapy is helping." "That's good." She'd like to apologize, properly this time. "That's not possible with the restraining order." "Right, of course." Helen paused. "I'm sorry too, for all of it. We should have done better. Robert and I, we enabled her. We see that now. Thank you for saying that. James misses you." "Helen." I know. You were the best thing that ever happened to him." "No," I corrected gently. "I was a good thing that happened to him. The best thing will be someone he actually protects." She nodded, tears in her eyes, and we parted ways. People ask if I regret how it all went down. If I think I overreacted by pressing charges, by divorcing James, by going scorched earth on someone who burned me. Here's what I tell them. Marissa spent 5 years testing how much abuse I'd take. She found out that night. James spent 5 years showing me where I ranked in his priorities. I finally believed him. The only thing I regret is waiting so long to stand up for myself. I regret every dinner I suffered through, every insult I swallowed, every time I was the bigger person when I should have been the honest one. But that pixie cut, that police report, that divorce? No regrets. Sometimes you have to burn it all down to rise from the ashes. Marissa taught me that, ironically. She just didn't expect me to be the phoenix. So here's my question for you. If someone you loved stood by while their family hurt you repeatedly, would you keep trying to win their approval, or would you finally realize that the only approval you need is your own?